right before the dinner rush, but I won't be out tonight. I stayed out last night, and if I didn't work late, I worked between I hung in there. I did a few errands, but then I hung in there from 8:30 to 12. And if I didn't, I wouldn't have earned any money. At least there was no traffic, and between both apps yesterday, I definitely broke 100. Today, I just wanted to do a few. I'm doing a few. I did it, slow moving, but listening to videos, educating myself while I'm out and about working, and I really don't want to be out tonight. I'm at the train station away from the rain because it was coming down pretty hard a moment ago. So here we go. I don't know. Well, first, I'll tell you the short one first. Again, I wanted to share this yesterday. I just didn't feel like going live or doing a video because videos are time consuming. It's work. I pulled up to a place right in front of their door. It said they tapped ready to pick up. By the time I got out of my car and into the restaurant right there, a minute and a half maybe, grab my phone, my keys, put my mask on, think for a second, some kind of advertisement, and walked in, said hello, how are you? I'm here for, oh, that's going to be 15 minutes. I said, I parked right there. You just tapped, food is ready. And she just sat there. She stood there and just stared at me. I said, okay, thank you. Went into the car, gave back the app, gave back the order, went about my business. The apps rang again. I pulled up right in front. You tap, food ready. So it could be the restaurants, guys. I think the restaurants are, doing their thing. I picked a spot. Everybody's coming off the train now. It's funny how this woman's watching me. You got 3 car lengths, lady. She can open up a door all the way and have plenty of room. I'm sure she probably had a hard day. She just got off the train. So don't let them mess with you. I'm like, I had to say something. Usually I go, okay, I'll work with you. It wasn't a busy time. You're telling me that's another example of you think your time is more valuable than mine, and you're wrong. Those days have been long over. Some people just not getting it. So last night I go back out, and after this order, I did a little food shopping. I just stopped at a store, maybe 30 minutes tops, and I got back out there and I hung in there. I did a lot of studying the past 2 days, so you get into a tunnel vision, and you just earn money when you feel like walking away and earn some money. So I went to this place in Merrick. I will use their name because it's a very good place, and I've become a customer because their food is very good quality. It's called Pastrami King. And I walked in, and I'm a familiar face. I mean, I walked in, I said, hello, sir. It was at nighttime, and I don't usually go there at night. And I said, I'm here to pick up an order for Tony, Toni. And he goes, hold on a moment. And he comes back out. Because on the app, this is very important to tell you, it says, no need to order. Just bring your card to pay. He goes, I'm really sorry. We don't have that order. And I was like, oh, I said, well, it is a GrubHub order. He goes, we don't do GrubHub. I said, well, I'm going to pay with this card, sir. I take a picture of the receipt, but it does tell me not to order. So we looked at the phone, even though I gave him the order. I said, I'll wait. Not a problem, sir. It was a roast beef, au jus, 2 potato knishes, and something else. But that's a pretty fast order in that kind of place. I was like, not a problem. I waited outside. I wasn't going to give this guy any beef. I like this place. It's quality food. They have a good business. But Grub now, either they knew it was a prepaid order, whoever picked up the phone, and said, we're not doing that until the driver gets here. That could be. He was clueless because I walked into the side where you pick up food, you take food to go, but they also have a casual seating area on the other side. And I usually walk into the front. And I said, well, usually I walk in over there. And he said, they don't have the order. Maybe he knew what was going on. So maybe the restaurant is saying, we're not getting Grubhub drivers coming in here. That's expensive food. That's a waste of time, energy, and money if somebody doesn't pick up that food. And then you have to get on the phone. I'm going to share a story about that just happened. So I don't know if it was the place that said, wait till they get here. Let's see what they do. I've picked up Uber Eats there, but he said, we don't do business with Grubhub. But he was busy, and I didn't talk to him much. He was very kind, very nice, team player. And I said, okay, I'll wait, no problem. Thank you very much, sir. I will talk about a customer standing there in a moment. That's just a light conversation. I just picked up a double order for Uber Eats. Customer discussion. Let's see if I can remember. And it was at like a health food kind of store. The food's expensive. One order was a pre-made meal, and they're pretty big. It's all about protein and eating clean. And the other one were 2 decadent peanut butter energy boosting shakes with 2 small prepackaged food. But their food's very expensive. One was in a bag, and the big one with the 2 drinks in a cup holder with the food in the middle was not. I said, may I have a bag? And he was like, well, I don't want you to confuse the orders. I said, I won't confuse the orders, sir. One has 1 item, one has 4. Can I have a bag for that, please? And it's raining. He goes, listen. He goes, sure, no problem. Then he goes, no problem. He goes, listen, I was on the phone for 45 minutes yesterday. The driver gave the wrong order to the wrong customer. It was a $150 order. Now, I should have questioned and said, well, were both orders a $150 order? That's a lot of products. That's a lot of prepaid packages. A $150 order from a place like that. The prepared meals, they're $10 a pop. A real good high, like a larger one, could be up to 15. They're prepaid, they're pre-packaged meals, but they're clean eating, organic protein meals. It's that kind of place. So we discussed it for a moment, and he said, yeah. He goes, I was on the phone for 45 minutes. I say, well, did they credit your account? Did you have to pay for the mistake? He goes, no, Uber did. And I was like, good for you. And the woman behind him were going, yeah. They try to put it on us that it was our mistake. $150 order? I'd be on the phone too going, that's not my fault. Your driver gave away the wrong food. I'm not paying out of pocket for that. I don't blame them. Not one bit. So those are very 2. Hello, Lower Alabama. How's it going? Moderator. I'll talk about a moderator in a moment. So stuff like that happens. But I had to make it clear. One has 1 item. One has 4. I get it. And I like the cup holders. They have good quality plastic bags. They fit in. Then you put the food in the middle and you tie the bag where it's secure, where everything's snug, that it's not going to tilt over. And the straws. But I worked behind the counters for years. I know how to prepare. I know how to wrap up food good that it doesn't get all sloppy and messy. 99% of the time. Nobody's perfect. You make mistakes. So that was very interesting. I just didn't want to share all that yesterday. I was like, God. And then this just happened with the Uber. So it was worth waiting to do a live and give you that information, because if that continues to happen more often, like that place, they're like, we don't do business with Grubhub. Probably because there's always an issue. And I've had many places tell me, we just stopped doing business with Grubhub. The drivers don't show up. There's always an issue. It's a pain in the ass. Where Uber in my market, their pickup and drop-offs, 99% of the time are seamless. There's never a glitch, you know? But Uber's app, and I wanted to say it all week long, I even did the update, and it didn't go away. It rings, and I accept the order, and it speaks to me. But then when I go click on time to deliver, the map don't speak to me. So the deliveries are harder. You always have to keep looking at the phone while you're driving because it's not saying it out loud. And I took it down and re-downloaded it again, and it didn't fix the problem. So lately in my market, I've meant to say that for the past 2 weeks, it's not working properly, the Uber Eats app. And that makes delivering, especially at night, a lot harder. Well, during the day too, because you have a lot more people on the road. So you're taking your eyes off the road. There's always something, there's always something. So those are two good stories. When I was in that Pastrami King last night, they were busy. And there was an Asian guy serving, an Asian man. And you could tell he was nervous. And I've been in his shoes. I don't get nervous anymore. I got tired of having that, giving that impression that I'm always on my tippy toes. I'm always nervous because then people will walk all over you and speak to you with the wrong tone. And the older man that took care of me with a lot of experience, and I think he was a part of that business. I think he is a part of that business. He took over the customer. And the customer was like, well, what's the problem here? And he was leaning on the counter. He was like, yeah, you can't get any good help. And, it's because Biden's in the house and people are getting money and they're staying home. That's why they don't want to do these jobs. They're earning too much money. Now I'm standing there and he's within arm's length. And he hears me. He hears the whole conversation I had with the guy placing the order. And the man was impressed that I was able to say his food properly. Like this woman knows how to say the food properly. And I speak clearly. But I didn't mind him taking my phone. He was like, well, yeah, it is. And people were nodding their heads. He was making a stink. But you know what? If he's so concerned, why don't you roll up your sleeves, get behind that counter, and do that kind of job? You could tell he's the kind of man who's used to being served. I wonder if that man had ever had a customer service job, that he wasn't cushioned or protected. You know what I mean? You can work for the family business, but you always have someone watching your back. We don't want anyone to upset our family member. Well, when you're just a worker for another company and you're in need of a paycheck, you work in fear. You work fraidy cat. You let people talk to you and speak to you with the wrong tone and disrespect. And I've been in their shoes. It pissed me off. And I was like, this man's about to say something to me. I thought he was going to say, why don't you work here if you're doing those gig apps? I've thought of working at a few places. I'm just not, I feel I hung in there long enough that I should be hired for my new skills and knowledge. And I just feel that way. I worked hard for it. I'll always be a great manual worker. Once I'm trained, I'm a great worker. I know that. But I served people like him for a long time. I mean, the man had to take over. And the Asian man was a grown up. He wasn't some bratty kid. And he was being respectful. He obviously needs to learn the job because I have a gut feeling when that guy knows all the food, he's not going to be a bad worker. He's going to be a great worker. That man was there because he needed to be there. I was like, yeah, buddy, you talk to me. Oh, we're going to have a little brawl. I'm used to, and I listen, and I've served those kind of people. Just, you get behind the counter if you're so concerned about that man not having good health. So that happened. Oh, and the GPS Waze, this is something that all of a sudden they're asking me. I never experienced this. For the past 6 months, about 6 months ago, I read Google Map and Apple Maps. I only use Waze or Uber Eats built-in app, whatever they're using. GPS Waze, when you're in traffic, like I was in traffic last night, and I've noticed it. I'm like, oh, that's what that noise is. Oh, that's what they're asking me. Are you in heavy traffic, moderate traffic, standstill traffic? I was like, moderate, the cops. Do you see there's a hidden police officer? Do you see it? And it tells you how close you're getting to the location. And I was doing this today. I was going really slow down like a main road, but like a side street main road. Nobody was really around. So I was paying attention. I was like, no, I don't see any cop. And I stopped where the mileage stopped. So I stopped. And I was like, no cop. And I clicked no cop, not here anymore, not there. That's what it says, not there. So Waze really helps people, not get tickets at the lights. I'm always listening to that. Traffic, they want to know, are you hitting moderate traffic, light traffic, heavy traffic, stand still? And the cop, is there a cop around still? That's crazy. That's another thing I meant to say 2 weeks ago, but this time I wrote it down. Is object still there? Yes, it is. There's an object on the road. Yes, it is still there. That's pretty cool. I find that interesting considering we're food delivery drivers. We're on the road a lot. Full time is on the road 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week. Love Waze. Oh, I like it a lot. I thought it was WAZE. It's WAYZ. WAYZ. Hey, Joe Baker. I haven't seen that name in a while. Hello. Here I am, Lower Alabama. I see that name and I go, Lower Alabama. So that's that. I'm going to speak about stock investing just for a moment. I am guessing. Oh, okay. I got to look. I thought it was WAZE. But I really like that. I only have that on my phone. When you see the storage on my phone, it's so little. And I'm going to find out about the cloud if I have to keep that on. I don't like keeping that on. I don't feel the need to save everything to the cloud. I'm going to make a point of going to the store and asking if that's a necessity. If I ever upgraded my phone, do I need to be synced to the cloud? I want the store to tell me, the company. It's been a minute. Lots of laugh. Glad to see you. Word. It's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Oh, it's been a minute. Well, I'm happy you're on. That's good. I watch a lot of channels. I'm going to give 6 shout outs. I joined as a member to one channel last night, and it's only $4.99 a month, but I really like him. I understand the work involved. He's a one-man show. He steers people right. He lives and breathes crypto, and he's been at it since 2017. His channel is Bazilla123. He has different levels of members, but I'm just going to be a member for a few months. I don't know if it's going to be forever, but for now, I'm going to be a member. And I want him to know that I support what he's doing. He deserves the information. He deserves the extra income. And he receives a lot of super chats. I've given him a super chat a couple of times. And let me explain why before I give the shout outs. And it's because he steers people to using free cold storage apps. He loves to show people how to get things for free. He gives plenty of shout outs to all the channels, whether they pay a super chat or not. He's all about helping people take a little bit of this and to get ahead. And he gives shout outs, shout outs, shout outs. That's one thing I've noticed about him since I started watching him about 4 months ago, maybe 5 months now. Time goes fast. He promotes other people, other people, other people. He likes to chat, people sharing information so people can gain more knowledge. And it's not all about, he's not overly concerned about spam, unless it's really obviously plain old spam. He has moderators that do block, but if it's all about free, he's made that very clear. We're here to help people, not to hold them back. If you know something that is for free, you share it. I love Bazilla123. That's his handle, his YouTube channel. I decided to stop watching a channel because I've given super chats and I, in the chat, gave free information. I've been on in the internet 15 plus years. I know that I'm not a spammer. And I also didn't use a referral link. And I was sharing with the community that you can gain free crypto this way. I didn't promote myself, and their moderator blocked my post. I don't need to watch you to stay on top of what's going on in the crypto world and investing. And I've given super chats to this channel. A bad manager, a bad moderator is like having a bad boss, a bad manager. It could really ruin your business. And this is a channel they've said many times, they're overly concerned about, why isn't this channel growing faster? You know, we're really trying. They spend time on, they'll talk about it for 5 minutes, and I've witnessed it several times. Oh, people come here and they give us thumbs down, but meanwhile they're watching us. I could tell you that I won't watch them now. That's like telling me I'm doing a good job and you hold me back from doing a good job. F you. I don't need you. I'm a one-man show like Bazilla 123. I know exactly what I'm doing. I will give a shout out to Digital Perspectives. I will give a shout out to Digital Asset Investor. I will give a shout out to Bazilla. I will give a shout out to XRP Chiz. I will give a shout out to Bazilla 123. You got me, Bazilla 123. I love him. And I love the way he wants you to share information that you know. I met someone in the field that I reached out to. He was a customer of Five Guys, and I walked up to him and I said, "Are you listening to a tape about blockchain?" And we built a relationship. Well, we didn't speak for like a month. I reached out. He's abroad. He's a young guy that's well off. And he sent me texts on how to buy more XRP, on how to buy more other crypto that New Yorkers can't, and how to do it. And I'm going to see if I can do it. And once I do it, I only share with you what I can personally do. I will share that with you. And this guy said, "You're on the right track. I would love to get together when I get back in town." He stays in Long Island sometimes, and then he's abroad. And we did connect on Facebook, and he'll post something once in a while. He's in a different part of the world, but he took time out to tell me what to do. He goes, "If you have any other questions, I'm more than happy to help you. Are you a part of the Flare airdrop? Are you part of Spark? Did you do this to see if you could buy crypto? You should be able to buy crypto. You should be able to buy more XRP, even though you're in New York. Give it a try." And I already did some research last night and this morning, but now I have to sit down and do it. I'll let you know. Because XRP, they don't want us to have it. Digital Perspectives uploaded 2 videos. Today's the 21st, July 21st, I believe. I believe it is. Listen to his 2 videos. They were amazing today. Yes, July 21st. And Digital Asset Investor uploaded an amazing one, but what was the other one he's more about who do they think we are, that a retail investor don't deserve success like they have it. And I would suggest go watching their channels. The videos they uploaded today were just incredible. Absolutely incredible. Oh, and I just listened to Jason EIDL on a different note about he's doing a lot, and he shares. I just listened to him that the SBA on Delaware television or something, some kind of TV, admitted that he has no experience, and he's been following that for a long time, and he's furious, and he's filling people in. You just have to educate yourself. But now it's time to, take a step back, go home, relax, have something to eat. And I have things to do. And I want to do it. I don't want to be out tonight. I sucked it up last night, and I didn't think I would do that. And I did. Yeah, damn wow. You got that right. I always enjoy your food. Oh, thank you very much, Joe Baker. I really do appreciate it. It's getting kind of long. I'm going to head home. I was thinking, maybe tomorrow, the next day, I'll have a drink. I'm going to go home and do a little exercising, and since I got things settled, I can start kickboxing again and listen to more videos, but lightly, and I got some stuff to do. But I really wanted to share all that information. I think I got everything. The GrubHub, I think if restaurants keep doing that to GrubHub drivers and using GrubHub that way, they're probably going to lose compared to Uber Eats and DoorDash. But I hear people don't like DoorDash either. The one that seems to have the greatest power on my market is Uber Eats. It works in this market. It works in this market. Well, I did a lot of stock talk. Let me see. Let me just check one more thing. Watch, I just uploaded a video about how you have to leave people behind. You have to. Because I lived without for years in a way that nobody in my circle lived without. But they didn't miss life. They kept doing, kept working, kept doing, kept working. But everything they have, they all have bills. And I understand that now I'm experiencing, we can't do that, Michelle. We don't have the money. We can't do that. We can't do that. Well, I lived without and very little for a very long time because I don't want to live the second half of my life like that. I want to wake up and go, I can do that. I want to do that. I can. Money's no concern. Well, I paid a price. I deserve it. There's a lot coming my way. I do speak about this company that's going to be mainstream on all the smartphones. And, you can watch the other video, guys. This is going to be too long. There's just so much information out there. But, okay, one thing I will mention, the company I speak about highly about that I just keep increasing my position, my cost per average is 25 cents. Today it was 56 cents. And it's been hovering around 50 cents. And they're telling, I will repeat this one sentence again. On July 14th, the company announced plans to increase the price per share of remaining shares available on the company's Regulation A offering, targeting a price from 50 cents to $2 per share. I understand what I just read because I've been educating myself, financial education. And their price per share is going to go up to $2 from 50 cents. They're low. All the companies, they hold like a lot of shares in their stock. And it was averaging 50 cents. They're going to make it $2 now. My average is 25 cents. And today it was 56 cents. And they're telling me the company, that's when you understand that. And I also read about Regulation A. There's 2 tiers. They have the same rules. But then if you're a tier 2 over 20 million or something like that, you have to be accredited investor to get there's different rules to follow. I'm gaining a financial education. I always speak about the company, and they're very into MNPA, mobile number portability application. And that's key because that's what's going to be on every single cell phone, mainstream smartphones, not just iPhones, not just Androids. Mobile number portability application. With 3 clicks, you're going to be able to switch on and off between phone servers and stuff like that. That's an opportunity of a lifetime, and people are going to miss out on this. I'm telling you, my cost per basis is 25 cents, and today it was 56 cents. That's just one example of, I'm a very early investor. I do a lot of research on my own. I form my own opinion. I do my own due diligence. I gain more of a financial education, and I know this is going to be life-changing. That's how I feel. And to the people who are going to, I met someone else in the field. We talked for an hour yesterday, $3 tip, Uber Eats. And it was a pleasure to meet him. But he told me he needs a few months. And I understand why he needs a few months, a couple of months. But in a couple of months, that's going to be $2 now at minimum. So he's not going to get more bang for his buck. You got to take baby steps. I didn't go all gung-ho in the beginning. I do a little bit each week. And all of a sudden it changes. Everything changes. Okay. Thank you for joining in. I'm starving. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed the information. I shared a lot. Sometimes when it comes naturally, it's the best time to do the lives and share the information. And I'll be around. Have a good one. Enjoy your evening. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Visit the links in the description below and visit MyIncomeJob.com. And to the people who already paid, visit MyIncomeJob.com. Go to the sidebar, click on inside a stock market, and choose if you want to gain access to the information that I share. To the people who already paid, I updated some information on that page today. Don't miss out. And thank you, Aranka. You reaching out to me, one of my subscribers, valuable information all the way. I'll be around. Have a good one, folks. Have a great week, and maybe I'll see you over the weekend. Have a good one. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining in. Thumbs up are appreciated. See ya. Bye.